Hello everybody and welcome back to Kinlaig. So, it turns out we're actually at capacity for these long planks. I think it can actually take a few more wooden beams. Yeah, all these are wooden planks, so these just need to go to a sell point. And we can actually, well, I would say stop the production. There's absolutely no point in continuing unless we're going to just do it for money, which we could do, but that is certainly not the intention of this series. I guess, yeah, it's actually out of wood. So we'll deactivate it, but we already have created, we've manufactured some more beams. So I think the best thing is just to load this up again. We'll take it over to whichever sell point is offering the best price. So we need planks long, which is on here, planks long. Right, so we've got some fairly good places. Yeah, we could just take it to the windmill actually, but I suppose you have to buy the plot for the windmill first. Yes, you do have to pay for it. So that is quite different, the fact that you do have to pay for that over the castle, because the castle was just, well, I wouldn't say included, but yeah, you'd have to buy it. £457,000. So I think, yeah, it's not going to be hard to make some more planks in the future, so we might as well just load this up again and take this to the next best sell point. Don't have a tractor here to tow that, so they're all going to have to go onto here. A sell point called Board Games is rather good, and I don't think I've ever been to Board Games. It's actually in the town. Highland Hex Board Games. Okay, so let's get over there. I actually don't know the fastest way. How on earth? Right, okay, I'm just going to go my normal way then. It will prevent me from getting lost, at least not too lost. But look at the castle, it's coming along so nicely. We're going to be keeping that going. It's not even going to take long to do. Thankfully, it is not like the temple. It's not going to be like this endless job, which takes 200 episodes. Also, I did do the hay baling in the previous episode, and we're going to do the straw baling in just a few minutes' time. We have to get all that sorted because the rain is on the way. And yeah, I had a good suggestion actually to not put any implements in there, but to turn that into our bale shed for hay bales, because we're going to eventually have our sheep up here. So, oh, wrong side of the road. I'm so used to playing on the Giants maps, which are European maps, you know, like mainland Europe. I certainly don't regret buying this setup. Very handy. So how many boards, or how many planks do you need to make board games? I can imagine not too many. Although they've taken all of that side, so good grief, where are they storing them? They must have a big storeroom or something. Good grief. Okay, we're not complaining. It's good money for us. So there we go. We're almost up at £400,000. Let's take this back to the farm until we need it next. As I said, we do need to go to the sawmill to pick up the beams which are there, but I don't think the castle construction is being restricted. I think it is. I think it's got everything it needs currently because it's castle stones. So we do need to go to the mason again, the stone mason. But yeah, first things first, we need to bale. So we're just going to pop this in the farmyard, which is like a halfway place between here and the sawmill. You know what? I think that'll do. That'll be fine. So, yeah, we've got some stuff over here. We'll sort that out soon. The combine actually doesn't need the auger out because we're going to just take all the grain back in its tank. So that's fine. Here is the New Holland. And yeah, I did have a bit of a dilemma, I suppose you could say, in the previous episode. Should I have started a straw bale and then finished off the hay? Or should I have done what I've done? Because as you can see, we have 57% hay in the baler, which is over 5,000 litres, and that is going to get converted into the lower value straw. I don't think it really matters too much. Like, yeah, hay is worth a little bit more than straw, not much more, and it's not exactly difficult to make more, so I don't really think I've messed up at all there. Right, so here comes the first straw slash hay bale, but it will be straw. And yeah, I don't know how many bales we're going to get out of this, because this is not a field which I looked after. I inherited the crop when I purchased the field, but it looks like it's yielded quite well. So we'll get it done, and then we'll have to bring the auto stacker up here to clear everything. And that field there, my goodness, I want that field. I want to turn that into a big, I'm going to say sheep field. I think I'd rather have sheep over goats, but I don't know. I suppose you could have both, but I'm thinking sheep. That's not bad going. Look at that. So how many have we actually made today? 10. Wow. And that's 10 of the biggest bales. So that's 110,000 litres. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Well, actually, it's a bit more than that because we've still got some in the baler. Although we did already have some in the baler. Not to worry. Let's get down to the farm. We need to go and get the auto stacker. We'll drop off the baler. And then, yeah, I think we should put the hay in the shed, keep the machines outside. Probably build a shed in the future for the machines. Yeah, we're going to be expanding this area quite significantly, but mostly for livestock reasons. Oh, blimey. My whole world was turned upside down. Right, there is our auto stacker. We do still have quite a few hay bales down here, but I don't think I'll ever get rid of the sheep from down here. I think we'll have 2, because they've got a proper shed here, so they can stay in their shed. And then we'll have a really big enclosure up at the top farm. So, yeah, let's get the hay bales first. We'll get them put into the shed, and then we can clear up the straw bales. So fast with this, so pleased that I bought this at such an early stage. So we'll just go and unload the bales, probably back at the main yard again, because that's where these need to be. Those ones need to be put in the shed with the JCB, the front loader. Well, they'd be really good. This would be perfect for a skid steer, because it's a really tight shed. So we've got money, but we do need money for other stuff, and we've got hire purchase agreements to pay off as well. The land is expensive, but I wonder if we can afford to get a skid steer. A good old skiddy. I might get one off Mod Hub though, because I always overuse the ones which are in the base game. Yeah, let's go and release these bales. We've been released on bail. And of course we will have more bales to come really soon, because we've got the oats. I have actually drilled oats in one of the fields. I think it's the closest one to the yard. So they will need to be baled. Those bales will need to be created from the straw which we produce. Anyway, there we go. Good, very good. So, Skiddy, it'd be good if there's one in the sale, but there won't be. There just won't be. So, I'll get a modded one. There's a Mighty Ferguson! Oh, nice. Well, I did have a quick search, and it was sort of between two. There was the JCB Telly truck, which is very tempting, but this was half the price. So the BOBCAT, I think I've used this before, but I used it as the lizard. So we're going to have a proper BOBCAT here. Of course we need a safety beacon. Of course. And a beacon light. So, anyway, I think as it is standard... Ooh, look at that. It's interesting. Or I suppose, yeah, maybe crawler track. Oh, wow, it adds £20,000. Good grief. I think I will go for it, though, because we'll get it through hire purchase. So we'll do a 20% deposit, £9,150, and then we can just repay the rest over 4 years. And then, of course, with this, we're going to have a pallet fork. So it does come with the BOBCAT shovel, but we don't really need the shovel. So we'll get the pallet fork. And yeah, top speed's 12 miles per hour. Not really the sort of thing you just drive down the road. So we'll have to bring our ATV back with our transport trailer. Although it might be worth doing a lap. So we go and pick up our beams and everything and the stones and take them to the castle. And then we'll do a lap, come back round to the store and pick up our skid steer. I reckon that'd be a good idea. Because this is actually a transport trailer. This should have ramps. Let's see here. Pretty sure we do have ramps. So, yeah. There we go. Nice. We can actually use this trailer for what it was intended for. I've been using it as just a flatbed for pallets, but as you can see, it's a beaver tail. It's a beaver tail trailer, so it's designed for transporting cars and machinery. I think cars more than anything, but yeah, machinery, totally acceptable if they're on the correct place of the trailer. So here we are. Let's slide the pallets of wood chips out the way first of all. We're not loading up the planks. We do not need the planks. They can just be sold. Well, let's just get these shifted. And we actually don't need that many beams either. Yes, it clearly likes to do planks more than anything. But yeah, we've got some beams. We've got at least 3 beams. So they can be popped onto the trailer. If that's all we have, then we'll fill up the rest of the trailer with any stones that we have, but I think we probably do have quite a few stones. I guess we've run out of water at the quarry, because I think we would have expected more than that. Oh no, there was plenty of water at the quarry. So in that case, we just haven't passed enough time, I suppose. Because yeah, that is activated, even though it doesn't look like it. Soon we'll have to activate roof shingles, because we will be needing roof shingles for the castle, for the roof. Obviously. What a stupid thing to say. But yeah, we'll keep it on stone for the time being. It does actually require a lot of stones, but not a stupid amount. So we'll keep it going. But then when we're close to the quota, we can activate shingles, so we're ready to go with the roof. So I will see you over at the castle. with this fabulous load. I'm actually impressed by how well this ATV really does pull the trailer. Because I've been putting some pretty significant weight on it. I'm convinced though that that plow on the front is helping. Giving us some like front weight. Keeping the traction on the wheels. Because even this load must be pretty heavy. Okay, so we'll have a good progress update. We'll see, I think it's on step 4, but we'll just see what it's on. I can even use my blade to push trailers out of the way. £38,000, nice. So we are on step... I realise I've got the information extension mod on. It's actually overwritten the other step thing, so I better go and disable that. Yeah, we're on step 5. So long planks are maxed out at 36, wooden beams are at 31, cast stones 9, and it's almost actually finished this next step. So let's move on to step 6. Ready? Here we go, and step 6, there we go. So it's just doing castle stones again. Fair enough. There's going to be a lot of that. Anyway, now for the exciting part. Let's go and pick up the BOBCAT, so we can move our hay bales into the shed. Should make life a lot easier. Oh, and we can go and have a look at our viewpoint over here. There's a good viewpoint just there. It's so close to us, but I've never really been there because we have the castle. So I've never really thought, oh, it'd be nice to get a good view, because the view from the castle's great. I wonder if we can go in the castle when it's done. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, yeah, it's a good view though. Very good view. Right, I don't think there's any collectibles here. So let's move on. Now we don't need the ramps too wide. That should be adequate. And I'm wondering if I should actually put this on backwards. Would it be better to put it on in reverse? Actually, thinking about it, maybe I should have put the ramps wider. Who would have thought? It's not until you try and load it up that you realise how big this machine is. Well, it wants to be sort of... well, that's probably a bit too far forward. Certainly don't want to be putting too much weight on the back. We're over the axle there. Okay, right, so... can it pull it, I wonder? Yeah, it can pull it no problem at all. But can it pull it up the hill? That's the next thing. And I love how the strap actually goes over the tines. I'm not sure if it's actually going to make it up here because it does get steeper and it is struggling. We do have quite a bit of weight on the back. Yeah, we're lifting up at the front. I think I should be a little bit further back with the BOBCAT. Although really the towing vehicle is just not suitable, that's the main reason. I think it's actually positioned correctly. Yeah, it's just not heavy enough. But yeah, it's about to get steeper. Come on, you can do it. Oh no, we're lifting up. We are lifting up. Well, I might have to drive it the rest of the way, because that's getting a bit upset about it. We'd have no rubber left on these tyres, that's for sure. Absolutely shredding them. Okay, well, yeah, we will... I'll tell you what I'll do. I will drive a little bit further backwards with this, just to see if I can improve things a bit. Whoop. That'll do it. No, that's just put us in that terrible situation where you're lifting up the back of the machine. And now I have absolutely no control over this thing going backwards. Oh joy. I can't stop it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Proves the physics are quite realistic then. Thank goodness someone put that crash barrier there. Well, after a lot of faffing about, we have arrived So let's put that to full width, and let's, for the first time, use our BOBCAT to put some bales in the shed. Yes, I don't know when it's going to be that we get the new field. I would like to think it's going to be really soon, but who knows? It all comes down to money. Now, this is also when we find out if I've messed up, because if I can't get in here very well with this either, then yeah, it's not worth it. But yeah, that's not too bad. It's pretty good. So it's quite an old building, so it does have these beams, these pillar supports, but I should be able to squeeze these bales in fairly easily. Couldn't really have gone better, and with the way this has been done, we actually still can put the tether back in the shed. Marvellous. But yeah, I know in the future we're going to have to get more hay bales. This is not going to be enough to sustain the amount of sheep that I would like to have in that big field. And actually I could even park this in here, still walk through into the workshop, no problem at all, and put the tedder in here. So that's what we'll do. Although I wonder if I can tow the tedder with this Can-Am. I don't know if we'll be able to. I don't think it's even the right hitch type, but we'll find out. If it is, we'll give it a go. No. So yeah, next time we have a tractor and trailer up here, we can do that. That actually might be the right hitch type, is it not? Oh no, it's a ball type. Okay, right. Fair enough. We actually may be ready to move on to July, finally. Because once we've done that, we'll be into our other fields. How much is that field again? 150,000. Oh, should we just buy it then? Let's just buy it. Thing is though, it's going to want to be... Is it? No, actually it's really short, that grass. Why is the grass so short? They've literally just cut it, haven't they? The farmer who owns it. How dare they cut their own field? In which case it's actually ready for putting an enclosure onto. So how much would that cost us? So yeah, sheep. That's a different one, isn't it? Yeah, that's for this. Yeah, it's new for this expansion. So it wants to be one which is all plumbed in. That one is. And you can customize as well. The problem is I can't really do this without taking out a loan or something first, because I wouldn't be able to guarantee that we have enough money. And I don't want to get caught short. So, yeah, we can do it, but I actually don't know what the advantage is over that one to that one in the game. Maybe it has a bigger trough, feed trough. But that wouldn't even be a problem for us, because I would just be dumping piles of bales in the trough, in the actual trigger. So, yeah. Okay. I'm going to save, because this could really backfire. Like, really backfire. So, we don't have a loan at all currently. I'm just going to borrow a load, just to guarantee we've got the money. So I think 250. And, whoops. And we will build it. But if this is not, if it looks terrible, we will just, you know, revert. Yes, I do. You can see that's already looking a bit weird. would feel like deleting the plastic fence, since we have our own enclosure. I think you can delete the fence. I've never done it, but I think you can. Oh no, what's it doing? It's messing up. There we go, that's better. Okay, and back to the start. Give ourselves a bit of space there. Yes, we do. So that didn't cost too much. And it looks nice. But that looks weird. And that looks weird. These things can be improved. But I'm not too sure by how much. Yeah. I don't think I have the mod installed or enabled to landscape anywhere, so I better go and enable that. But the sheep barn's capacity there is 346, as opposed to the other one, which I think it was like, well, it was a very nominal amount. It was probably like 15. We'd have to actually go here. Oh no, we could have actually just looked in the store, but anyway, it is 32. So not great, not terrible, and you can see they're really crammed, so it's not very fair. So I think I will save. Alright, that's the mod installed, so yep, that's allowing me to improve everything. Yes, that looks a lot better. This is our spawn point for wool, so yeah, that doesn't want to be affected too much. Although, it doesn't matter if it's not totally flat, I don't think. There's not really much I can do about it. That looks better. It looks a lot better. So, yes, we can get sheep. Really not liking the plastic fence, like I said. I think we can delete it. I'm going to have to save again, though, just to make sure. Just in case I have to revert something here. So, enter demolition mode B. Not something you'd normally do straight after building it. Can you delete it? Oh, I thought you could do. Maybe they removed that feature. You can remove the wall. Okay, well, not to worry. So we'll buy our sheep, and don't worry, I'm not just going to go and pull out all those hay bales again. We'll bring the ones from the other farm. Otherwise, all my work is for nothing. They should breed as well, so we shouldn't have to buy all of them at, you know, well, I'm not going to buy any at 8 months, actually. We'll buy them all at 3 months, and we'll get 250. Would that be worth it? No. We'll get 200. Yeah. Okay. And the rest can breed. So there's plenty of space to breed. And just look how well spaced out they are. They look so happy. Oh, they are so happy. Look at you. Yeah, we don't cram in our sheep here. We very much care for the welfare of the animals. Welfare of the animals, indeed. Right. So, I better take this home. We're still in June. We better take this home. And we'll come back with the New Holland. Hey, the steam train is steaming. That's the first time I've actually seen it do that, so they must have fixed that. Nice. Leave the header there, it's going to be needed in this field. Next episode. And as for what we have in the combine, well, the grain store is full. Well, it's not full, but it's got the same crop type on both sides. So it won't let me put another crop type in there, as you can see. So it's a bit of a problem. We might have to get another silo. But we'll deal with that next time. Okay. Also, I can use this tractor to put the tedder back in the shed. So we just need to pick up these smaller hay bales, and we'll make some more for the sheep down here. I'll probably leave them that one big one actually. Gonna have to use the JCB to push them into the auto stacker. Now they should actually start grazing, so I shouldn't really need to deliver any more hay to them before winter, but I appreciate that the meadow has barely started to grow, so we better give them some food to start things off. You would not even know we had bales in there. Well, you can kind of see them through the arrow slits, but anyway, there we go. And off we go. So my dream has come true already. I just wish I could get rid of the fence. It may well be possible. I'm sure many people will comment down below. And I thank you for that. And I think I left myself enough space to be able to manoeuvre. Because what I can do is I can just basically do my manoeuvring on the road and then back in. Should work well. As long as the traffic are, yeah, as long as they cooperate. I'm just reversing there, you nut. Oh my goodness, come on. Ah. As if my intentions were not clear. I've scratched the nut's car. Oh well, red paint on red car. You won't be able to tell. So here we go. I kind of think they'll take all these because we've got so many sheep, but I can't say for sure. I don't know. I know the sheep don't take anywhere near as much food as the cows. Is that really what they're going to take? Oh wow, that's actually really good then. Oops. Oh no, it's getting worse. Oh no. Well, not to worry. I'll have to bring the skid steer up here to sort things out. So yeah, they really don't take much food, do they? Wow. 11,500 litres. So it looks like maybe the big enclosure doesn't give you a bigger trough at all. Oh well. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please do remember to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.